engine's running. I'm gonna walk around back here and check the, I'm gonna have to get up. So the circuit breaker is off, the Bluetti is on the DC side. Let me cut that off. So we're at 26% battery life. I'm gonna flip the breaker here. And what we're doing is we're coming in from, this is like a solar port on the input there, the DC side. So I'm gonna turn this breaker on and see what kind of input we start getting at an idle. May take a minute or two. Hopefully it'll come on anytime now. I see it building up. Lights on, units on. We're putting out at an idle speed on the diesel, 6.7 high output. Let's see if it gets over 200 watts. There's 200, well, all right. What happened? Well, I didn't see anything wrong up front. Let's try it again. It did work for a second. I think this Bluetti can take like 500 or 300, 3 or 4, 500 watts of solar. Well, the power light's on, the charger 1. Green light saying it's getting power. Well, I cut the truck off and hooked the solar panels into the charging port. I think you can see them there. Let's see if that makes a difference. We unhooked the charger 1. So should be taking some input there. So that tells me the charger 1 is working, the solar panels are working, the Bluetti is not working. So guess I'll have to make a phone call and have them tell me what's wrong with this thing. Well, apparently the AC 180 on the input side, on the DC side, is not working. When I plug it into the AC 70, it will work. As you can see, the charger 1 is charging and we're putting out 430 watts, the AC 70. After a week long of conversations and emails with Bluetti and several attempts of troubleshooting with online technical support, Bluetti has agreed to pay for the shipping of the AC 180 and to either repair or replace the unit. Well, as you can tell, I'm using the DC to DC charger 1 on the F250 6.7 high output, and it's putting 500 watts. It's maxed out at 500 watts, but I think the Bluetti has a way to control that to 500 watts. So we're at 71%. I'm gonna let it run for about 5 minutes and see what it does. And there's the new H-Calorie Toolbox Max. I've been trying it out here on the tailgate. It really does seem to work well. You don't hear the pump clicking after a minute or so, and you just have the fan noise. And of course, the higher you turn the temperature up, the harder the fan blows. But on something that would probably cool this Project M, I would imagine a 2 or a 3 would be the max you would ever need. I did order a window panel for this driver's side. It will go right in there. It just pops in there, and you hook your hose up to it, and then of course put the diesel heater down here somewhere or wherever you choose to do it. Once I get that hooked up, I'll put a video about that out. But anyway, we're just trying to see how the DC to DC charger's working. And the
Bluetti did repair
the solar's working
the
fine.
AC
We just don't have
180.
any sun today, so it's only getting 30-40 watts of solar. I'll put that here in the video in a second, but everything's working fine. The power that I'm using on the AC side is running the Dometic 45-liter fridge. And like I always say, I haven't made a plan yet on the inside. I did get the new lower thermo pack for the windows. I have the upper one. I really have that more for privacy than anything. All right, it's already up to 84%. And we haven't been but a minute or two. So that DC to DC charger, if it works well. I think we were at 73 like 3 minutes ago, 90%. And this little AC 180 Bluetti, it won't power everything, but it'll power most things you need when you're camping. Super fast. I'm hoping that the solar panel that I put on will actually keep this battery topped off enough to keep the fridge running for a few days if there's no sun. I normally get about 2 days of runtime out of the fridge while I'm camping, opening and closing a lot during the summer months when it's 100% charged. And we're already at 97% at 4.5 minutes from 73. So that's pretty fast. Well, 98%. We'll cut this DC charger off, take the load off. I got a little breaker up here. DC charger's off, there's no input. We can unplug that. I'm gonna put the solar in there just to see what we're drawing off of no sun. Now we have the 200 watt Renogy solar panel plugged in, and as you can see, there is no sun out here today. And it's still getting 26 watts, 27. So yes, on a day that there's no sun, the Charger 1 would be the answer if you need charging. And this thing right here, you know, I had looked at the Olof Bros, and for the cost to get a diesel heater that didn't have that fuel pump ticking noise, you know, that was $500 almost. And this one was like $250, $259. And you do have the pump for about, like I say, a minute while it's starting up. Then the pump goes away, that ticking sound goes away, and it's just fan noise coming out of the blower there. But you know, imagine if you put a longer hose on that and stretch it out, and the thing's outside, and it'll probably lessen the noise on that. I'll keep you updated. And thanks for watching.
A big thank you to Bluetti for repairing the AC 180 in a timely manner. It was a little stressful at the beginning, but they did come through at the end, so thanks again.